Tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 23 degrees. Tomorrow, snow early in the day, then gradually tapering off, but it's going to be blustery and windy and cloudy, high of 32. Monday, even colder, partly sunny and a high of 22. Tuesday, partly cloudy, high of 24. Wednesday, there's snow possible with a high of 28 degrees. At the moment in Green Bay, it's 20. In Madison, it's 25. In Waukesha, it's 25. And in Milwaukee, it is 27 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton, and Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy. And we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Good morning. The last Saturday of November. December is Monday already.
Yes, it is.
How was hunting? You went hunting last weekend.
I did. Got a buck.
Got a buck? Okay.
Not the one I wanted.
No.
No.
No, you had
Buck fever.
You had a specific one in mind?
The one I shot at and didn't get it. Yes,
yeah.
Right.
Somebody got it, though, you said, right?
Yeah, very large buck.
And somebody
Monster.
else didn't.
I would call him a monster, just the rack on that thing.
It was big. You showed me a photo of it.
Yes. But I did get one. So
venison sticks coming in the next few weeks?
I actually got to take... I do cut up my deer right away where I go hunting. We cut it up that day, or we skin it and then cut it up. So I came home with my deer in a cooler.
Okay.
So most of it's in the freezer. I do take the trimmings to a place out in Watertown and have as sausage and Polish sausage and other things made. So that'll be a little bit, yeah.
And Thanksgiving was good?
Mine was, yeah. With some family at my sister's house on Thursday and some friends yesterday. We call it Friendsgiving.
Sure.
I'm not making that up, but yes. So yeah, I'm full. I need to fast the rest of the weekend. I'll burn it off shoveling later today.
We had 18 people at our house on Thanksgiving, so it was busy.
That's full. That's a full house.
I'm the bartender. Everybody brings food, right?
Sure.
And I'm the bartender, and then I'm the cleanup crew the next day. That's my job.
Sure.
But it was good. Always good to have family and good food. And my son-in-law smoked the turkeys. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so good. So
excellent.
Good. But here we are.
Yeah.
Another day to talk fixing stuff.
Right.
Last week we talked a lot about what you could do before the snow hits.
Right, and got
Guess
cold.
What? The snow hit
You're done.
today. We're going to talk today about what we should be doing now that the snow is hitting.
Yes, exactly.
So there are certain things that we should and shouldn't do when it comes to throwing salt around the place or scraping off roofs or, where are we throwing our snow against the house?
That's a good point. Yeah.
That sort of stuff. We'll talk through that.
Make sure your neighbor, if you live in a very tight part of the neighborhood or the area, make sure your neighbor's not throwing their snow against your house.
Right. Yeah. So there's things we need to consider, and we'd love to hear questions from you if you have them about winter. What are we doing now?
Right.
Is it a thing? Do people switch out snow tires like they used to? I remember as a kid that was a thing.
Some people do, and I think especially if you have a rear-wheel drive car still.
You're still doing
there
the
still are
snow
some
tire?
performance things, or who was it who was just telling me? Oh, my sister's boyfriend. He put his snow tires on his truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are some people that still swap out tires for winter.
Yeah, so I think there are some. But
I remember the chains
many,
people used to put on there.
But literally everybody used to put snow tires on.
Yeah.
But before we had these all-season radials,
right,
that can really handle the snow better.
So it's not as big as it used to be.
I
remember that was always a yearly ritual. Got to put on the snow tires.
Yeah.
So, 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. No guests this hour, so we're open to talk about anything. Yeah. If you have questions about fixing something at the house, next hour is going to be Jason Fox from Capitol, so we'll be talking about all the interior stuff.
Or we could talk about that. Did the Packers really get that timeout called in time?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? If they missed that call, there were several pass interference calls that they showed the shot over the ref's shoulder of the one.
He's
looking directly at it, and he doesn't call it. I'm like,
and then like the next position for the Lions, they called the pass interference on away from the play,
right?
And he was barely, holding him. So
the refs aren't perfect.
It goes either way, but
eventually AI is going to be calling all the shots, and we'll see how it goes. But
okay.
It is a Fix It show. We will talk with you if you want to talk with us. 855-616-1620. Isaac is in the producer's studio ready to answer your call. Thanks for listening to WTMJ this morning.
Your way inside the huddle. Hit one, hit two, without putting on any pads. It's Green and Gold Insiders on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
The opposite shoulder, obviously quarterbacks always protect that throwing shoulder. So when they take a hit on that opposite shoulder, you're always a little nervous.
Every day of the regular season at 4:15, it's Green and Gold Insiders all season long, right here on WTMJ.
The Fix-It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Hey, we all know pain is a way of stealing the moments that matter most, especially during the holidays. That's all coming up. Not just your knees, your back, shoulder. For me, it was my elbow. I had tennis elbow. I decided to do something, changed my life in 2025. I went to QC Kinetics, met Dr. Ashley Caravelli, a great team at QC Kinetics right here in Milwaukee. They helped me deal with that pain, not with surgery, not with pain pills, using my body's own natural healing powers. And you know what? In 5 treatments this summer, it made my body come back to where it was before. Using my own cells, long-term relief. I don't have the pain anymore. Elbow's fine. Back to all the things I love to do, like walking, hiking, not so much dancing, but enjoying the holidays, because that's coming up. Life without pain, without hesitation. QC Kinetics, healing is within reach. It was awesome for me in 2025. Let's make 2025 and 2026 your reason to call QC Kinetics. Schedule your free consultation. Now's the best time to use your HSA and FSA for treatments. Call 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starts this Friday at 6 a.m. Now's your chance to save up to 50% or more on Friday-only super deals store-wide while supplies last. Like 60% off 26-piece Rubbermaid food storage sets, just $9.99. Half off assorted scent killer hunting products from Wildlife Research Center. And get our Black Friday price on Real Truck bed covers, $120 off after a $50 rebate. Don't miss your chance to save up to 50% or more during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starting at 6 a.m.
Christmas is a time of generosity.
Kessler's wants to be generous, and we suspect that you want to be generous too.
Let's team up.
This year, we're going to make it possible for you to be more generous than ever.
Number 1, Kessler's has a big selection of delightful diamond jewelry priced at $150 on up.
Number 2, great gifts at affordable prices such as sterling silver earrings, pendants, and bracelets to fit every look and every personality.
Number 3, with your purchase of more than $299, you'll get a bonus gift worth at least $90.
You can choose from a lucky 4-leaf clover pendant
or a 22-inch stainless steel curb chain, ion plated in yellow gold.
And please, please don't get all cleaned up and dressed up. This is Kessler's, your home away from home.
If you're wearing muddy boots and your pajama bottoms, that's totally fine.
We've all done it.
Come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
And since we've no place
That's another thing we need to discuss is fireplaces. Yeah. Isaac's playing some Christmas music, but it ties in. It's frightful outside, but inside it's delightful if you make your fireplace work properly. So this might be the first time people get in that mood, like, oh, let's fire up the fireplace.
Yeah.
What should we be looking for when we do that? I know we talked a little bit about that last week. But
yeah, it's having inspections done. I guess if you're going to use your fireplace, and if it's a wood burner, I think I mentioned this last week, you got to start a little fire.
Warm it up.
Start a little fire, get
Slowly.
the flue warming. If you put fire starter material in there and stack up there, and absolutely do not put any kind of evergreen. Well, it's too early probably to put your wreaths and parts of your Christmas tree in there.
Lighter fluid. Can I throw that on there?
Right. Yeah. You get a fire cranking in there right away, and the chimney, if it's a masonry chimney, the flue tiles, if those are cold and you get a hot fire in there, they're going to try to expand too quickly because they do expand.
Yeah.
They're going to crack. And that's when you're going to have problems. It gets very expensive to repair that. So
like to the tune of 10, 15 grand to get in
more.
and fix a chimney up.
So start a small fire, get it going, make sure you got a good draft going.
Make sure the flue is open.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, absolutely. And then, as it's going, get a little bit more wood on it. So if you're thinking people are coming, today at, 1 o'clock or something, maybe get it started, start working on it at about 11 or so. Get your fire going, so that by the time your guests get there or so, you got some nice embers going, and you maybe, now you really got it. And then you don't have to, all you got to do is put another log on it every once in a while.
Yeah.
You're not worrying about getting your fire started when they get there. So start your fire early.
The first house I ever had a fireplace, I made the mistake of not opening the flue. I didn't know. So I started the fire, and all of a sudden the house is filling up with smoke. I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah,
crucial step.
Absolutely.
All right, so winter's here. The snow, we're looking at 8 to 11 inches of snow, they're saying. And sometimes it seems like hype, but looking at the radar, it looks like it's going to be.
It's coming.
And it's going to sit kind of like that rain did in August. It's kind of slowly coming in, and it's kind of going to sit there at the lake shore.
And we might get some lake effect snow for all you living here in the counties and areas along the lake.
So when we go out, and now I remember when I lived in Shorewood, we had a long driveway that went back to the garage that was behind the house, right? And so my neighbor's house, I could hear them sneeze. Like we would say gesundheit to each other when somebody sneezed. It was that close, right? Yeah. So I remember I used to have to snow plow the snow forward towards the street until I got past the houses, and then I could turn it to the right and throw it in my front yard.
Yeah. So basically, house, driveway, house, driveway, house, driveway. And I talk about that all the time on inspections. And you got to make the best, you can of that situation and try to get good grading around your house. Well, when there's a driveway a foot and a half or whatever from your house, there's not much room there. So it's very important that you talk to your neighbor, get to know your neighbors, and please don't pile all your snow right alongside my house or blow it at my house kind of thing. You're not being a good neighbor if you do that, because as you say, you got to push it forward, because if you're piling all that snow up along that, it's just going to melt and then end up, in their basement probably. Yeah. And so you don't want the other neighbor to the other side of you doing that. So don't do it to your neighbor either. And yes, it can be difficult, as you know.
I know. I had
especially
to
at a big snow, trying to, if you don't have a big snow blower that can blow it 20 feet. Yeah. If you're just shoveling, they're saying this is supposed to start out as a light, fluffy snow, but if it starts coming off the lake, then with the lake not frozen and still kind of warm, quote unquote, warm compared to the air temperature, that'll turn into a heavy wet snow.
Yeah. I have a question. I was at a house one time, and they had taken all their leaves from the fall and put them in trash bags and had them stacked all around their foundation outside the house. Is that a good idea? I looked at it and went, I don't know that I would do that.
In plastic bags?
Yeah. Okay. So you think the mice aren't going to...
So if you drive out more rural areas, and where did I see it? Oh, when I was up hunting, we drove past a house with hay bales stacked around the house, but 2 rows high of hay bales around the house. Huh. And they do that all the time in more like farmhouses and stuff. First, they have the hay, bales of hay, but secondly, they're doing doing that for insulation, because houses weren't insulated. They're drafty and everything. But stacking hay bales, maybe you don't know, but stacking hay bales around the perimeter of your house, come spring, if you pull those off, you are going to find so much mice, homes from mice and voles, chipmunks, everything. So you're really attracting animals. Yeah. And I imagine if you're putting bags of leaves, they'll just chew on the bags and make homes and nests in there. So not the best idea. You're probably better off working from the inside and insulating your box sills and making sure all the gaps around your windows. Make sure your basement windows are closed and latched. We talk about your house, windows in your house. You should, and that's another thing, go around and make sure your windows are locked so that they actually seal up. Same thing with your basement windows. Every once in a while, see a basement window that's partially, it's not closed all the way. It's not locked. Well, water's getting in there, and that's where mice get in and stuff like that. So
I actually found a window
check all that.
The other day. I was putting, so I have half screens. Mm-hmm. So I put them up at the top because we always lower our top sash. Sure. Well, in the winter, I push them down to the bottom, so we're looking out a clear, one of the windows wasn't closed all the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, good thing I'm doing this because it could have gone all winter like that because you don't think about checking your windows once it gets cold because you just keep them closed.
If you have storm windows, I still have storm windows. Just we can get into it because I have older windows, but we got to close your storm windows too.
Yeah, go around, make sure all your windows are closed and locked.
Right.
And that's a good thing. All right, we're going to take a break. We'd love to hear from you, 855-616-1620. That is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talking text line, and this is the Fix-It Show.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Dave Spano, CEO of Annex Wealth Management. As we head towards the new year, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our listeners and to our clients. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and the conversations we get to have every day. From all of us at Annex, we wish you and your family a safe, joyful, and meaningful holiday season.
Investment and retirement planning, along with tax and estate strategies. Get financially organized for the new year. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
Whether you're ready or not, the holidays are here. But Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has you covered. Stop by for the Black and Orange Weekend, Friday, November 28th and Saturday, November 29th. Whether you're working on winter projects, decorating, working on your list, or just filling up your closet, don't miss Black and Orange Weekend at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Get all the info by liking them and following them on Facebook, Instagram, or at wishd.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Thank you for joining us. Winter storm warning until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. 8 to 11 inches of snow expected with a high of 33 today.
Roads weren't bad on the way in.
Temperature-wise, it's not bad.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of wind, at least when I came out this morning. Yesterday was perfect outside to put up the Christmas lights, which is what I did, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Beat the snow. But so let's talk about that. We talked about the proper execution of getting snow away from the house. Do we salt then? Is it a good idea to salt? Where should you salt? Should we not salt?
I don't salt.
Okay. You are salty, but you don't salt.
Wow. Because I'm a sailor? Wow. I don't salt. Just
is it? It's bad for the concrete?
It really is.
Yeah.
I say I had a driveway put in 2002 or something, and it looks very, very good. A, we don't salt it. B, we rarely park on it like overnight.
Yeah.
We always have parked in our garage, so you don't have all the salt falling off your car. And
so how's your garage floor look?
Well, the garage floor looks terrible, but it's also 70, 80 years old at least, or maybe older. And and it's cracked and everything. So that's a whole different story. But salt is corrosive. It's very, very hard on your driveway, on your sidewalk, and especially if you have pavers or stamped concrete. I always put a little comment in my reports. Looks in good condition, but use something other than salt. In the winter conditions, this ice melt product.
Sure.
I don't know exactly what's in it, but something other than salt, it would be a good idea. I think what I try to do is get out and shovel as soon as possible.
Right.
And don't just leave it and don't let it turn into ice. A, don't let it turn into ice. B, don't, if at all possible, let your downspouts spill onto your paved areas, your sidewalk, your driveway. Because now you got water when it does melt off your roof and it's just spilling onto your driveway, sidewalk, it's going to freeze again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so now we gotta salt that or something and get rid of the ice. So try to divert or turn your downspout somewhere else.
Definitely don't throw salt on your roof. I've seen people that have done that. So roof raking, we're going to rake our roof. Yeah. That's to prevent ice dams, right? That's not for the weight of the snow necessarily, although that helps, right? Getting some of the weight off. If you get 11 inches, if you get 11 inches of snow on
heavy
your roof,
wet snow, that can be a problem.
Yeah,
possibly.
But we're going up 3 to 4 feet above the gutter
really
line.
Just need to expose the edge of the roof. You need to, if possible, you need to get past that where the exterior wall is.
Okay.
So if you can,
because that's where the heat's hitting the sheathing
coming out of the roof or out of the attic. Your heat loss. And then it's melting the snow. So if you picture that 8-inch blanket of snow on your roof, it's melting the snow that's along the roof, the very bottom layer of snow, and that then runs down your roof. If you don't rake, that'll run down to your roof. And as soon as it gets past that exterior wall where there's no heat, well, now that part of the roof is cold and the gutter is cold. So now it freezes in there, and then more is melting up above, and it's freezing this cycle. And pretty soon the gutter is full of ice, and it builds up and it creates a dam. And all the water, you got a little pool of water, like a lake of water in there, like you see in a reservoir. There's a dam holding all the water back. Well, then it starts backing up underneath your shingles, and there's the problem.
Yeah. So roof rake if you can.
Yeah.
A lot
safely.
of people, second story, you're not probably roof raking.
I tried.
Don't get on a ladder and try to get up and roof. Is that what you did?
I have.
Oh no! Don't do that in the
But
winter.
be as safe as you can. I figure if I fall off the ladder, hopefully
there's enough
a
snow
cushion of snow to catch me. But I'm only going up a couple steps. Yeah, absolutely not standing up on the top of a ladder, or 6-8 rungs up. If I'm falling a few feet. I just need a little bit of elevation to get, these roof rakes. Some of them, got 3 extensions. You can kind of, get it up there, but be safe no matter what you're doing.
All right, the texts are rolling in. We'll get to those when we come back. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. It is a Fix-It show. Let's say good morning to Elizabeth Lintonen in the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Good morning.
Good morning, Dayton. A man from North Carolina was arrested on Thanksgiving after driving through yards and striking a fire hydrant while intoxicated. Wauwatosa police say the 44-year-old drove through yards near 117th and Watertown Plank Road around 3, then struck a fire hydrant. This is the man's 3rd offense for driving while intoxicated. He was also in possession of methamphetamines. The water department has repaired the fire hydrant, and the man is currently being held in the Milwaukee County Jail. 3 children are dead after an apartment fire on Thanksgiving in Kenosha. Brothers 10-year-old Riley Cannon and 9-year-old Connor Cannon passed away at the scene. Their sister 7-year-old Elena Cannon passed away Friday after being transported to a hospital via Flight for Life. Their father is also being treated for smoke inhalation. Kenosha fire crews were called to the apartment around 10:30 at night on Thanksgiving. Officials say when they arrived, the unit was completely engulfed in flames. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan had her final hearing before her federal case heads to trial. She's charged with federal obstruction and preventing ICE from arresting an undocumented man at the courthouse back in April. In court, federal judge Lynn Edelman focused on jury selection, which will start on December 11th. 34 flagged jurors will be questioned individually in the chambers for any bias, hardship, or prior knowledge. Both sides also argued over how much of the April 18th audio recordings from the ICE arrest the jury should be able to hear. Dugan's trial begins on December 15th. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic, we are starting to see some minor slowdowns. That's on I-94 heading eastbound primarily, and it looks like it's due to a crash where the two left lanes are blocked near 25th Street and St. Paul. Other than that, no major incidents and no major delays.
Traffic is sponsored by Rejuvenix Arthritis Pain Clinics. Go to rejuvenix.com for an appointment.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. But first things first, we are under a winter storm warning for all of southeastern Wisconsin. It started at 6 a.m. today and it goes until 6 a.m. tomorrow. The worst of it's supposed to be late morning into early evening today. Today, light to moderate snow, 8 to 11 inches of accumulation with wetter snow on the lakeside, high of 33. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy with the snow ending at 6 a.m., low of 23. Tomorrow, snow early, then gradually tapering off. Blustery, though, with blowing snow and windy, cloudy, high of 32. Monday, partly sunny and colder, high of 22. Tuesday, partly cloudy, high of 24. Wednesday, snow is possible again, high of 28 degrees. At the moment in Green Bay, it's 20. In Waukesha, it's 25. And in Milwaukee, it is 27 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton, and Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:33.
When you look through your windows, you should see more than the world outside. You should see craftsmanship, comfort, and class. For over 31 years, Milwaukee homeowners have trusted Siding Unlimited to install beautiful, energy-efficient windows that redefine what quality feels like. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Our professional installation of Pella windows and doors offers elegance with performance, keeping your home warm in the winter, cool in the summer, and stunning all year long. From design to installation, every detail is handled by local experts who care, because fine craftsmanship isn't just how it looks, it's how it lasts. For siding, roofing, windows, and doors, let Milwaukee's National Contractor of the Year, Siding Unlimited, give you a free estimate and start the process. Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com. That's sidingunlimited.com.
Does your old pillow have more lumps than Aunt Judy's holiday gravy? Well, this Black Friday, Hasseless Mattress has your back, along with your head and neck, too. Through December 2nd, purchase a new Sealy Posturepedic or Beautyrest mattress, and Hasseless will give you a free adjustable base and a pair of super supportive and incredibly comfortable pillows. Free next-day delivery, too. Who knows? You may be one good pillow away from becoming a morning person. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasseless.com.
Don't just get a ride, build a travel experience together with KB Excursions. Vince Vitrano here for this family-owned business. Custom designing travel for your major event or just a night out. Luxury motor coach service, or for smaller groups, the beautiful Mercedes Sprinter, leather seats, TV, whole setup, golf trip, wedding party, night on the town, ride to the ball game. And with personal service from Khalid, Amy, and the KB Excursions team, getting there will be half the fun. KBExcursions.com.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Pretty hardcore going on at Pfizer or the Eagles Ballroom tonight. Seven Dust is going to be there, so if you like a good old-fashioned rock show, we'll see. I mean, some things are starting to close already because of this winter storm warning that's going on, so I don't know how they announce those things, like how you would know. So if you have a ticket to that, you may want to check the Raves the website before you head out there.
Well, aren't all tickets like digital these days?
Yeah,
or anything, or wherever
so you probably get an email saying, "Hey, this is canceled."
Is Ticketmaster still around?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I imagine they put out notifications. Everything's on your phone, right?
Have you ever been to a Seven Dust show?
Have I been?
Yeah.
Who?
Seven Dust.
I went to Five Dust.
Five Dust, yeah. You're a couple behind. All right, let's go to some texts at 855-616-1620. In years past, I've never heard of raking the roof. Why has that become a thing? What changed? Maybe you just never heard of it, because I think I remember my grandfather doing it back in the day. So it's been a thing for a while.
Been around, but I think just the understanding of what causes ice dams. A lot of people thought, well, it's too much snow on your roof or other things, but it's really heat loss. It's heat loss from your attic.
Right.
So understanding the whole science of how a house works and the fact that we do need to have as much insulation as possible in that attic, especially where the roof and comes down. Now you got you got a limited area there, but then ventilation is important.
You still need
too.
ventilation. Yeah.
So it's all got to work together, and so understanding that some houses aren't going to perform, especially older houses that maybe don't have a vapor barrier or something that had to help there, or as much insulation. Well, the next best thing is to get the snow off your roof.
Some of the best attics I've seen are the old houses that have no insulation, and but they dry out. They have air going through them. It's when people start insulating improperly, and they start closing up spaces, and there's no way for that attic to breathe.
When you say properly, I'll comment on that too. People are like, "Wow, there's no insulation in this attic. Is that a defect?" Well, no.
It's just not efficient.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're spending a lot of money. You're losing. You got a lot of heat loss. But you're right. These old attics, they just worked.
Yeah.
They, how they're. And I was like, I don't know how much I would change here. Same thing with a roof. When you put a new roof on, everybody wants to put a ridge vent on the roof. Well, it's an older roof and it's got these box vents or maybe just gable vents. Is it working? Is there any problems in here? No. Well, then don't change it.
Yeah. Right.
Because like you just
tell people
said,
that all the time.
As soon as you start, maybe putting a ridge vent on or you start stacking up insulation in that attic and everything, but you didn't stop. Well, the other bigger thing is the air leaking from the attic.
Right.
So we can go off on that tangent too. But so air sealing, we talk about if you don't stop the air leaking from your house into your attic, but now you piled up all that insulation and you lowered the temperature in your attic, all of a sudden you have a much greater chance for condensation occurring on the roof deck. So a whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of things going on in that attic.
So roof raking is a good way to and you don't get up there with something and literally scrape all the granules off your shingles.
Yeah.
If you leave a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch of snow on the roof, fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to get it down to all you see is shingle.
My roof rake has little wheels on it, so it keeps it off the shingle and rolls down. So there's still a little snow left there, but you're getting it where it can melt when the sun hits it.
If you got 8 inches of snow on your roof, if you pull 7.5 off, leave it.
Perfect.
Don't go
I just
back
wanted to chime in.
Yes.
Say roof raking was my favorite chore as a kid.
Really?
So it's at least been around for the last 20 years or so.
There you go.
Favorite chore?
It's so
we need to talk,
satisfying to watch.
This is the guy who plays the pressure washer video game.
Yes,
it's fun
Power
to
Wash Simulator.
Seriously?
I'm currently power washing a UFO.
Okay.
They just released the sequel, Power Wash Simulator 2. I haven't bought it yet.
Wow.
But soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thanks, Isaac. I love it. Okay, here's another text at 855-616-1620. Is it okay for the company that plows the apartment driveway across the street to push it to the other side and dump it on your parking area? That I think would be if the two buildings are owned by the same company.
Yeah, if you're in the same complex,
management complex. They can put the snow wherever they're told to put it.
Yeah.
If it's two different complexes, I'd be calling the owner of the
one you live in.
Yeah, and say, hey, do you know this is happening?
Yeah. But yeah, you're in an apartment, you're kind of at the I don't know. You don't have much to say. The mercy. You don't have much to say about that.
Yeah. Another one here.
Just hoping that they get it plowed.
Good morning. What is your opinion on the best surface product to apply to a concrete garage floor? I want to protect from road salt and to avoid a slippery surface.
Yeah. So there's many companies that do garage floors now. Matt Hefter, CertaPro Painters. They did my front porch. They didn't do my garage yet because my garage is in such bad shape, my floor. But when and if I get that floor replaced, I'll have them do my floor. Polyurea, or I think you also use a polyaspartic. These are versus a polyurethane.
Right.
So these products are more flexible. They stay flexible in colder temperatures, and then they can add that product in the last coat. Yeah, that prevents it from getting slippery. So those are good products. I would check with CertaPro Painters on that.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. That's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. No guests this hour, so we can tackle any topic that you have. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Are you dreaming of updating the outside of your home? Add a project with J&J Contractors to your Christmas list this year. Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in roofing, windows, siding, and doors. Don't wait to start thinking about your exterior. Let them do the work on the outside now so you can enjoy it once spring is here. Schedule your free consultation today. Just Google J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered, Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. So, the holidays are almost here. While Santa is checking his list, maybe you can check the IRS off of your list. Don't let the IRS be Scrooge this year and end up with a lump of coal in your stocking. The IRS seems to have a knack for knocking you down just when you are getting back up. Imagine having your bank account wiped out or your paycheck being short because the IRS is taking money out to pay your back taxes. Get your head out of the sand and plan to take care of your issues and control the situation instead of letting it control you. Nothing is going to change if you don't take action. We can help you get the IRS off your back to alleviate additional stress during the holiday season. The first meeting is free. Call now, 414-325-2040, or visit nealgroup.net. You earned it, we help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
Beautiful and safe. Decks built to last by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to our Outdoor Living Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday Extended event. Now through Wednesday, shop extended Black Friday savings store-wide, up to 50% off or more while supplies last. Like 40-piece Rubbermaid food storage sets over half off, just $9.99. Shop extended Black Friday savings on Dickies Automotive Interior Accessories, all 25% off. Rewards members save 30%. And 159-piece Craftsman Mechanics tool set over half off. Don't miss extended Black Friday deals only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
As we approach a new year in Wisconsin, it's that time to recognize the people who made an impact in 2025.
Those whose work and energy left a mark across the state of Wisconsin.
The men and women who stood out.
Starting Monday, December 8th, Wisconsin's Morning News will unveil the WTMJ Standouts of the Year.
Or as they are widely referred to as, the SOTIs.
It's the Wisconsin's Morning News Standouts of the Year. Only here on News Radio WTMJ. Advice? Call 855-616-1620. Our expert home inspector is here to help. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Dayton, Kane, and David Nason with you. Good morning. There is a winter storm warning in effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow. 8 to 11 inches of snow expected with a high of 33 today. Let's go to the phones. 855-616-1620. This text says, I wish I'd known about starting a big fire first. We talked about when you fire up that fireplace, start it small and then keep adding as you go. You got to warm everything up going up through the chimney. It says, we have a slight crack in the back next to the little sliding vent, but we never feel a draft. Does air come in and go up the chimney, or do I need a mason? Well, you have to seal that up. Otherwise, that smoke could get into your walls, into your attic.
Right? Something like that. I mean, what they're talking there is probably a masonry fireplace.
Yeah.
So you got fire brick in there. That's different than the brick on the outside of your house or even on the front of your fireplace. This is a brick that can withstand that heat and fire mortar. Also, it's a different type of mortar in there than, again, on the outside of your house. And again, it's to be able to withstand the heat that's in there. Because a wood burning fire, you can't get, once it's going, you can't literally like stick your hand in there. But if you have a gas log, a lot of gas logs have the valves in there, you can stick your hand right in there. Most of that heat's going directly up, and the wood fire is burning all around.
Right.
But so the temperatures are much higher, much more intense. That fireplace also probably has masonry block around it that's going up, forming the chimney, and then the brick or stones on it. So it's not as critical, but it does need to be looked at. It really should be.
Yeah.
So if it's just a hairline crack, you may not, if you're not feeling a draft, and it may not be that critical yet, but it's going to be at some point. So you would need to talk to a chimney or a fireplace company, Quality Fireplace and Chimney out in Waukesha, Humble Sweeps in Milwaukee area, Chimney Concepts.
Yeah.
You know, depending on where you're on, Chimney Concepts up in Port Washington, they cover kind of the northern part of Milwaukee, but the other companies are here in the Milwaukee area. So that'd be somebody you could have them come in there, take a look at it. And if you're also concerned, have them do a level 2 inspection, you know, where they stick the camera up the flue and see what the rest of the flue looks like as well.
That inspection is what made me get rid of my chimney.
Right.
There was a lot
yeah.
wrong with it. A lot of cracks throughout the whole thing, and it was just like, you know,
if it hasn't been taken care of, that can be the issue or the problem. And you know, now you got to decide, okay, do you just line it and now you just have gas logs, or in your case, you know, you just abandon it.
Yeah. We didn't need it. Didn't have the furnace. We got the furnace out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have we have an electric water heater, so that wasn't venting out of it. So we just took it down.
Yeah.
We took it down.
Yeah,
you and I.
right. And it didn't take much.
No. 855-616-1620. A number of years ago, I installed a battery backup on my sump pump. Last year, I had a whole house generator installed. Do I still need the battery backup? That's a good question. No, because it's the electricity is going to kick on through the generator.
Yeah.
And
at
you're
this
good to
point,
go.
you don't expect to be without power. So your regular pump, but I would still check your pump, the regular pump. We were talking about that last week, about checking your pump. And if you don't get much water in your drain tile system or in your sump crock, you should be able to have a way that you can pour water into it to make that pump work. So yeah, go ahead and donate the battery backup system to a family member or somebody, you know, and to help them out who doesn't have a generator. But the generator is definitely the way to go. You don't lose power.
Yeah, text me your address. I'll come pick it up today. Maybe not with the snow coming.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We have one more segment left before we're joined by Jason Fox from Capital. So give us a call or text 855-616-1620. Thank you for listening to The Fix-It Show this morning.
Your way inside the huddle.
Hut 1, hut 2.
Without putting on any pads.
Hi.
It's Green and Gold Insiders on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
The opposite shoulder, obviously quarterbacks always protect that throwing shoulder. So when they take a hit on that opposite shoulder, you're always a little nervous.
Every day of the regular season at 4:15, it's Green and Gold Insiders all season long, right here on WTMJ.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. So I was looking at some of the bushes that have overgrown on my property, and I love our yard, but I need dormant pruning. That's what takes place during the winter when it's safe to cut back things so you have healthier trees and bushes around your house. Check right now to see if you've got stuff scraping against the siding or needs to be cut back, and schedule it now. Design Build landscaping projects are a year-round topic. Landworks Wisconsin does it the right way every time. They help people achieve their outdoor dreams by creating beautiful landscapes. I love these guys. LandworksWisconsin.com. Check them out today.
The historic cherry wood of the colonial bedroom at Penny Mustard reminds me of George Washington, who said, "I cannot tell a lie."
That's appropriate, since the colonial bedroom is fit for a president.
That's no lie.
I also cannot tell a lie.
Really?
No, that was a lie.
Come see the majestic colonial bedroom, starting at just $561 a month with no interest until November of 2027. Through November 30th at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long, like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
What do you give the person who's always at their desk? X-Chair. This holiday, give next level comfort with X-Chair ergonomic seating. Dynamic variable lumbar support and SiFloat Infinite Recline has your back. X-Chair elevates work, gaming, projects with everyday comfort. During the X-Chair holiday sale, you can save up to 50% site-wide. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
It is sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. Dayton and David here. Next hour, we're joined by Jason Fox from Capital. So get your calls and texts ready for anything inside mechanically in your home. Plumbing, heating, cooling, electric. They're doing it all now.
Right,
so.
right. Somebody just texted in and said electricity isn't the only reason for a pump failure. Yes, but we're talking specifically a battery backup.
Yeah, it's
only not a
for
bad
electric.
idea to have a backup pump, of course.
Right.
But if you have a generator, now you're not worried about losing power.
Correct.
So the battery backup's not necessary. That's why I was talking about always making sure your pump works, testing it every once in a while and everything. And having a backup, yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all.
No.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about the weather that's hitting us right now, and we're not going to salt our roof.
No.
We're going to roof rake if we have to. We're going to throw the snow away from the house. We're not going to pile it up on our neighbor's house if we live close to them. Salt, you're like no salt if you can get away with it.
That's me.
My gutters do pour onto my sidewalk, so I need to redirect those.
Try to divert them somewhere else.
What else should we do? I covered my air conditioning unit.
Good.
So that's covered. So that not like the full blown.
Turn the breaker
bag,
off.
But turn the breaker off.
Turn the breaker off to your AC unit.
What else?
Yeah.
Is there anything
We should have
else
saved that for
wise that we need to be worried about? Anything you've seen people do?
Well, remove the snow. Shovel. Get out there. And if you're in an area and there's somebody next, lives a neighbor or something who is elder has something, get out and help them. Get your sidewalks cleared and help them so that people aren't slipping and falling. And do the best you can, I guess, in that
One
situation.
thing that I've done twice in my life is I'll be out with my snowblower and I'll pull back on it to try to back it up. And I'm on ice and I don't even know it. And I slip and I fall and I hit my head. I actually gave myself a concussion once when I was doing that. So I have the little grippy things that I put on my boots now so that I'm actually gripping into the ice so that doesn't happen.
Right. I have those. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So throw those on your boot. Yeah, no, they're cheap and they work. They actually keep
great
you
little
from
present
falling.
for the person in your family who's out there shoveling and snow blowing.
Yeah, so be careful. If you got a bad back and you're shoveling, take it easy, take it slow, little at a time. Don't try to be He-Man and shove it over full scoops at a time because that'll hurt the next day.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of things to consider when you're, when this snow starts rolling in.
Yes.
Definitely
Snowmageddon.
Take your time on the roads. Don't go speeding past people because you're in a truck and you think you're invincible. Even with the 4x4, that doesn't stop ice from.
It doesn't allow you to stop any quicker.
Right.
You might be able to go faster and then get going and go faster and everything, but stopping is.
Yeah, if you hit
doesn't
ice,
matter.
it doesn't matter if you
doesn't
have
matter
four-wheel
what you're
drive.
driving.
What's people driving back with deer? Like you said, yours comes home in a cooler.
We butcher our deer right there in the hunting shack, and it comes back in a cooler, all ready to go in the freezer.
I saw something that I didn't know was illegal. I was mentioning to people, I saw somebody with an albino deer on the back of their truck, and they're like, ooh, that's a
There's
no-no.
one out in the Oconomowoc area.
You're not supposed to shoot them, though, I guess.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, but somebody told me when I said that. I'm like, it was pretty neat. I saw an albino deer. They're like, oh, you're not supposed to shoot those.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard.
That's
so
news to me.
So when it comes to the hunting shack, if you're not up there all the time, how do you winterize that? Or do you just sit there?
No.
Keep it at a 50-degree temperature?
My uncle and my cousin, they run a well pump business.
Okay.
They know all about water. So they're doing they just winterize it. It's on its own. I think it's probably tied into the septic system of the house. Because it's behind my uncle's house.
Okay.
Up there. Yeah. It's about the coolest hunting shack ever. People come from all around Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night and hang out at our hunting shack.
Nice.
We usually regularly get 30 to 40 people in our shack.
Really? That's a party.
Talking hunting stories and having a couple cold ones. And the amount of venison that we have from last year put out, every night there's a spread of great food and good times.
Sounds like a fun time. Well,
lamenting the deer you missed the day before.
I was going to say, next hour you're going to tell Jason about the big buck you missed this year.
Exactly.
Okay, we are going to take our final note here for this hour. Jason Fox is in next hour. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. If you have questions, we'd love to hear from you, and thank you for listening.
This has been The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Hi, this is Dave Spano, CEO of Annex Wealth Management. As we head towards the new year, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our listeners and to our clients. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and the conversations we get to have every day. From all of us at Annex, we wish you and your family a safe, joyful, and meaningful holiday season.
Investment and retirement planning, along with tax and estate strategies. Get financially organized for the new year. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeisDoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at Brewers.com.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
The Bucks are back home building momentum, almost as fast as Michael Porter Jr. builds new real estate with all those bricks.
Turner, who scores inside and hammers it home with a two-hand dunk. They lost track of the big man.
The Bucks face off against the Brooklyn Nets at Fiserv Forum. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:30 on the home of the Bucks, 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it's 27 degrees. Today, moderate snow, 8 to 11 inches of accumulation with wetter snow on the lakeside, high of 33. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy. Snow ending at 6 a.m., low of 23 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. The D.C. shooting suspect is accused of driving cross-country from his home in Washington state to carry out a targeted attack. ABC's Karen Travers reports from Washington.
Sources say Lackenwall was granted asylum in April 2025 under the Trump administration.
When it comes to asylum, when they're flown in, it's very hard to get them out. No matter how you want to do it, it's very hard to get them out. But we're going to be getting them all out now.
During the war in Afghanistan, sources say Lackenwall was a highly trained and trusted member of an elite Afghan counterterrorism force, partnering with U.S. Special Forces and the CIA.
The suspect's 2021 entry into the U.S. was likely part of a Biden administration program that evacuated and resettled tens of thousands of Afghans during the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. 3 children are dead after an apartment fire on Thanksgiving in Kenosha. Brothers 10-year-old Riley Cannon and 9-year-old Connor Cannon passed away at the scene. Their sister, 7-year-old Elena Cannon, passed away Friday after being transported to a hospital via Flight for Life. Their father is also being treated for smoke inhalation. Kenosha fire crews were called to the apartment around 10:30 at night on Thanksgiving. Officials say when they arrived, the unit was completely engulfed in flames. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Snow emergencies have been declared throughout southeastern Wisconsin. Kenosha, Grafton, Franklin, Mount Pleasant, St. Francis, Greendale, and more have declared snow emergencies. For most towns, that means no parking on city or village streets. The Grafton Christmas Parade has been rescheduled for next Saturday. The Admirals have also moved their game against the Rockford Ice Hogs to tomorrow night at 4 p.m. For a complete list of snow emergencies and closures, visit WTMJ.com. Prairie Farms has issued a recall of their gallon fat-free milk over a quality issue. The recalled milk may contain cleaning agents. It was distributed to Woodman's stores in Appleton, Beloit, Green Bay, Janesville, Kenosha, and others. Approximately 320 gallons were sold before the issue was discovered. Consumers who purchase the contaminated product may dispose of it or return it to the store for a refund. All remaining affected product has been removed. For a complete list of affected store locations, visit WTMJ.com. A local university in Wisconsin is the first to offer 3-year college programs. Mount Mary will launch reduced credit degrees in digital marketing and cybersecurity in spring. MMAC President Dale Koyenga tells WTMJ what the pros and cons might be.
Just 15 years ago, 75% of young people said that college was very important. Today, it's 35%. So for those schools that do these 3-year degrees, they may pick up more students, which would be good for them. But as an industry for higher education, if you have this move towards 3-year degrees, it's less and less tuition dollars, less students.
In public education, UW-Milwaukee has said it's, quote, exploring the idea. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:03.
Sponsored by AccuNet Mortgage.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
After writing 3 unsuccessful offers, Brenda decided to make a no-regrets offer on this next property. She offered $35,000 over asking and promised to complete the purchase even if the appraised value came in as much as $25,000 below the accepted offer price. Why? Because she was tired of losing, and because her AccuNet loan consultant showed her that even in her worst-case scenario, no additional money would be needed at closing, and her payment, which on this home was much more affordable than others she wrote offers on, would only increase by $17 a month. Brenda's no-regrets offer, backed up by a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet, was accepted over several others. And wouldn't you know, the appraised value came in at the significantly higher than asking purchase price, which happens 9 out of 10 times in our experience. If you or someone you know wants help understanding what a no-regrets pre-approval might look like, get started by clicking on the blue button at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Networks, streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. But where did the concept originate? We may be biased, but we think these big wigs found their inspiration for plus at Hassellus Mattress. Hassellus showrooms are employee-free. Give your mattress a try with no pushy sales guy. Plus, our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Plus, unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, free next-day delivery and setup. Plus, free haul away and disposal of your old mattress. Plus, 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit. Plus, a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Plus, a ruggedly handsome spokesman with a smooth radio voice. Get all this, plus a whole lot more when you shop at Hassellus Mattress. Or maybe we should change our name to Hassellus Plus. Nah. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hassellus.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Badgers play the Minnesota Gophers today at 2:30. The Bucks play the Nets tonight at 6, and the Admirals play the Rockford Ice Hogs tomorrow at 4. The game has been moved due to weather. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. At the moment, believe it or not, it is all clear out there. No major incidents, no major delays.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. But first things first, we are currently under a winter storm warning for all of southeastern Wisconsin. It started at 6 a.m. today and goes until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Today, moderate snow, 8 to 11 inches of expected accumulation. Wetter snow on the lakeside, high of 33. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy, low of 23 degrees. Tomorrow, snow earlier in the day, then it gradually tapers off, but it's going to be windy and cloudy, high of 32. Monday, it gets colder. It's also partly sunny with a high of 22 degrees. Tuesday, partly cloudy, high of 24. Wednesday, there's more snow possible with a high of 28. At the moment in Green Bay, it's 22. In Madison, it's 26. In Waukesha, it's 25. And in Milwaukee, it is 27 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton in Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Welcome to hour number 2. Don't forget, if you missed the first hour, you can find the Fix-It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Dayton and David here, joined by Jason Fox from Capital. Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Plumbing. We got it all.
Happy Small Business Saturday, guys.
Yes, so Small Business Saturday. Do you have any kind of specials going on for that?
We do have a Small Business Saturday special. So what we're doing today, or this weekend, started yesterday on Brown Friday, right? That's a different special.
Let your mind wander on that one for a second.
It's the busiest plumbing day of the year, Brown Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, also called Black Friday. But yes, so what we're doing for customers, if they call in this weekend, you can, we always talk about how the ducts get dirty, right?
Yeah.
So we have a special with, if you get a duct cleaning, we're going to give you a free beyondification. So we'll come out and do a 2-hour beyondification in your house on your furnace, right, for your heating system there, and get that all squared away. And that'll be included with your duct cleaning. So
nice.
Give it a nice little thing. So that's a $199 value. They do it. So if you're interested, you can give us a call at 262-220-7020, and they will give you a quote on your duct cleaning and schedule your free beyondification.
Okay.
Excellent.
Small Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday.
I feel bad for if the snow really rolls through the way they're saying.
Oh, man.
Hopefully people can get out before it hits big time. I guess this afternoon.
Yeah.
You said so far it's not bad out there.
Yeah, on my way in, I didn't. It was pretty normal driving. There was normal speeds and that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
things like, I live on Conowalk, and they've had the German Christmas market.
Yeah.
It was packed last night. I didn't go, but I was driving by it a couple of times. I'm sure so many people were going yesterday in light of the weather today. So I think the same thing. Small businesses, they're probably counting on a lot of people coming out and shopping today, but I think a lot of people
So get out early if you can.
Yeah.
Get out early before the snow gets too
Get out
bad.
early.
Or at least go online.
A lot of small businesses have websites these days, right?
Go
So
online,
you can do
online.
stuff online. Or for us, good thing is you just call us. We come to you, so you don't have to worry about that.
And you're working today.
We work every day, yeah.
Yes.
We got, actually, because this is one of our busier weekends, we have extra staff in all weekend and on call and stuff. And snow drives calls, so I don't know what it is, but when it snows, some reason the furnace doesn't like it, so end up busier.
Mine was humming away this morning because I had a beyondification done a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So.
Mine too.
Please change your air filter, too.
Yes.
Yes. You know what else snow drives? Pizza deliveries.
Yes.
I've delivered pizza several times throughout the course of my life. When it snows, it's the worst for pizza guys because we're like on the street. We're like the few
busy.
people out there.
Yeah.
I used to have this old 77 Celica with bald tires in college, and I would get stuck at a stop sign delivering pizza. I would literally get out. There was a rack on the trunk. I would rock the thing and jump in my car and pop the clutch to try to get it to go. It was bad.
Yeah.
I've had some weird experiences in my job career over the years.
Oh, man.
But,
maybe we need to have a show about that.
Yeah, maybe. Dayton's Adventures. So tell people how they get in touch with you 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yeah, so you can go to callcapitalcares.com, our website, or you can give us a call at 262-220-7020 on our website. You can book your own appointments. You can chat with us. You can actually look at the price if you're looking for a new furnace or an air conditioner or a heat pump this time of year. You can actually do some shopping there. You can buy filters. You can join Merle's League of Home Defenders on there. You can buy your own beatification. We have a lot of stuff there. But we're always there and available. So give us a call. We can help you through anything.
And later in the show, I'm assuming we're giving away some Merle's League of Home Defenders.
Not today.
Oh,
not today.
Not
we got
today.
the duck cleaning special.
Yeah.
So no Merle's.
All right.
So people have to wait now until we do that again.
So there's different. When you're saying you can go online and you can look at pricing, brand of furnace, does that factor much into?
People always ask
cost?
about the brand. Like there's a brand. Like what brand should I buy? What's a good brand? What's a good brand? And here's the honest truth to that. Is the manufacturers make very few components that are made up of your furnace or air conditioner. So typically they're making the heat exchanger, they're bending up the metal that makes the cabinet of it, right? And then they make the wiring that goes throughout there because they just buy the wiring and spools and just coat it. And then everything else is bought. So we did this at a home show one year. We took 5 different brands of furnace. We took all the doors off the front, and we had a game where you had to guess which brand was which, right? Well, the problem is when you look inside is like Honeywell and White Rogers make all the circuit boards and Fasco makes all the inducer motors, right? So you're looking at all these parts and they got the same name on them, but because they're not made by the manufacturer. The manufacturer just assembles all the stuff.
I bet I could probably tell by the cabinet.
Maybe,
but if you
maybe an astute home inspector like yourself.
But yeah, somebody who's looking at furnaces on a daily basis, yeah, you can tell by the cabinet a lot of times.
You can usually see, but the funny thing is if I lined up a Bryant, a Payne, a Carrier all next to each other, you probably couldn't because they're all the exact same furnace and they all come off the same assembly line.
The Payne is usually like a champagne color, and the Bryant and Carrier are the more of that darker gray.
Well,
so that. But the Bryant and the Carrier.
If you read the model numbers, you'd know right away, right?
Yeah, that too, right?
That too.
If you
but
look in
but
there,
the funny thing is there, same thing with Ream-Rude and Friedrich and York and Luxair and Train and American Standard, like they're all the same box, right? They're putting a different name on. In fact, when you buy a lot of times to buy a Bryant or a Carrier furnace, they just send you both tags and you can put whatever tag on the furnace that you want.
It's largely.
That's
didn't
crazy.
you say once that it's largely just the warranty?
The warranties are pretty similar these days, right? On most stuff, like some, like Amana has the true lifetime warranty, right? So it's good for 99 years. But they changed it recently. Now it's only a one-time replacement. It used to be replacement as many times as you wanted, as long as you were the original owner.
Well, a furnace isn't going to last 99 years.
Well, if it's put in right, maybe.
And maintained.
Maintained. But that's what, we go back to all the time, like what's the best brand and all the things like that. It is so critical for the furnace to be put in the right way. And the right way isn't necessarily how you're going to bend the sheet metal and connect it to the thing or set the gas pressure on the thing is how well does it breathe, right?
Yeah.
Is it getting the right amount of air through the system? Because if it's not going to last you, right? And you can't, you can't get 2 buckets. If you had a bucket of water, right, and you wanted to pour 2 buckets of water out of it, you can't, right? Because you have 1 bucket of water. It's the same thing with the air coming through your system. If you don't have enough air, this furnace doesn't make it. It's going to try and grab what it can, but you're just going to destroy it in the process. And that is more critical than any brand of furnace you buy. I always tell people, like, look, we could take a used furnace out of the back of our shop, put it in the right way, it'll run better than the best furnace you can buy, put it in the wrong way. Yeah. And that's just that simple, right?
It's similar about anything.
And if you're ever in doubt,
so true with mechanicals.
Read the manual that comes with the furnace or the air conditioner because it tells everything I talk about is in there and how it needs to be installed and what it needs to be doing. If you follow that, guess what it does? It runs really good. It saves you money. But if you have high utilities and you're paying breakdowns and you have all these things, it's usually not the brand of furnace you bought. It's usually the person that put it in because they didn't do something completely.
CallCapitalCares.com is the website. Get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
The Bucks are back home building momentum, almost as fast as Michael Porter Jr. builds new real estate with all those bricks.
Turner who scores inside and hammers it home with a two-hand dunk. They lost track of the big man, and he takes full advantage.
The Bucks face off against the Brooklyn Nets at Fiserv Forum. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:30 on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
The Fix-It Show live stream and podcast are brought to you by J&J Contractors. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com or call 414-423-9200 for your free consultation today. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starts this Friday at 6 a.m. Now's your chance to save up to 50% or more on Friday-only super deals store-wide while supplies last. Like 55% off select Nesco covered cake pans, $7.99. Over half off select 2-packs of Moultrie trail cams. Zero exposure coats for the whole family are half price. And select dog beds are just $9.99 while supplies last. Don't miss your chance to save up to 50% or more during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starting at 6 a.m.
Tracy, why are you wearing those ridiculous running shoes?
It's the deadline dash, Jason. The federal HVAC tax credits are expiring December 31st. Everyone will be racing to get their new furnace and air conditioner installed.
You're right. The clock is ticking and the equipment must be installed by the end of 2025.
Exactly, and the savings are real. The tax credit for a new heat pump alone is up to $2,000.
Call today and we'll help you get your installation scheduled in 2025 so you don't miss out on all of the savings.
Call CapitalCares.com.
A buck in today's world doesn't go far unless you're spending it at Griffin. Because for just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. Buy one or a whole set. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand. We'll put you in new tires for just $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. That's right, $1 over cost, and we'll even show you the invoice to prove it. So what's the catch? There's really no catch. You don't have to buy a car or a truck from us. We'd like it if you did, but our only requirement is we put them on for you. Buy one, two, or a set of four. The $1 deal at Griffin. Available at Griffin Chrysler Jeep South 27th Street and Griffin Ford Waukesha. The $1 deal at Griffin. Make your dollar go further. Griffin, the buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. $1 over cost. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Chiropractic care for anxiety? Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. I started seeing Dr. Alex Young and his team years ago because my back hurt, but there are many other benefits to chiropractic care. My fellow patient Aubrey shared with me that she struggled with severe anxiety all her life, and working with Connect Chiropractic has brought her relief. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. The docs use a special tool to restore proper nervous system function. In Delafield, Wauwatosa, and now Oak Creek, go ConnectChiro.com.
Get her done. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Welcome to hour number 2. Thank you for joining us. A winter storm warning in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow. 8 to 11 inches of snow expected with a high of 33 today. It's 27 in Milwaukee. Not bad temperature-wise, but it's going to get white out there pretty quickly. Jason Fox from Capital on with us. 855-616.
You think it's going to last that long? It'll probably be 50 degrees next week.
Yeah, right.
No, actually, next week it's going to get cold.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to get cold.
Everything I'm hearing is going to be a snowy, cold winter. Not like really, really cold, but snowy and cold.
It's been a few years since we really had.
Oh yeah, it really has been.
Yeah, I mean,
last couple of years, winters have been mild, which is why there's so many big bucks up north because they haven't had a harsh winter in a couple of years. So anyway,
he's not bitter about missing that big buck at all.
I am going to lament about that buck.
Better than the little baby when he shot.
Oh, the thing, the monster that I missed.
All right, let's go
would have
over
been a trophy.
to Dave in West Dallas. Good morning, Dave. What's your question?
Yeah, I don't know if I have an electrical problem or a light bulb problem. I had bought some bulbs. Can I mention the name of the bulbs?
Sure.
Yeah, they're felt electric bulbs. They're the Edison light bulbs, and they're 100 watt, but they're 1.5 watts, to give you 100 watts.
Mm-hmm.
And the filaments keep flickering. I got them in the lamp. I turn on the light switch, and I'll be working around in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the filament will start shutting off, turning on, shutting off, turning on. And I take out that bulb, I replace it with another one of the same bulbs. Okay, I'm good for a couple days, and then it starts doing it again. Do I have an electrical problem, or are these bulbs faulty?
Was it happening before you bought these bulbs with the other bulbs you had?
The other bulbs, they don't even sell anymore.
I know, but were they flickering? When you had them in, were they flickering?
Not at all.
Is it on a dimmer?
No.
No? Just
Yes,
on a regular
it's on
straight
a dimmer, and these bulbs are dimmable.
I know, but if you don't have the right dimmer and the dimmable bulbs, you can have issues there.
Right.
Is the thing. Is it it's a lamp, not a hardwired light fixture in your house?
Yeah, it's a hardwired light fixture, and when that started flickering, I did put it into a lamp in my bedroom, and it did the same thing, where the filament, I don't know if it's got 4 or 5 filaments in there, but it would flicker. So I was thinking that it's the light bulb. It's not my electric, not my service.
A grounding issue?
Like I got a short or something like that.
It could be. I mean, but
And when
no other bulbs are having this issue? Just this type of bulb, or do you have issues with other types of bulbs?
I never had these issues until they came out with these LED Edison-looking light bulbs. And when I put them in, this is great. The power is way down. I got a 100-watt bulb. It's using 100 watts. No, you're way down from that. I thought this was great. But then with this flickering, it's like, what the heck is going on here?
That one, I don't know. I mean, it could be something with grounding, or it could be the bulbs. That would be a tough one. I'd have to have someone look at that.
I would just go buy one other bulb that's different and put it in and see if it does it. And if it doesn't, then you know it's the bulbs. Then if it does, I would call Capital and have them come do an electrical inspection.
Yep, join Merle's League of Home Defenders and you can get a free electrical inspection.
Could be a polarity issue, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if it's hardware, though, it shouldn't be a polarity, right?
No, I mean...
Right.
Well,
I thought it might have been a electrical issue with the grounding, but I replaced the dimmer switch that I had, and it was still there.
Now I was thinking more of your house ground, your main panel grounds. Like, how old's your home?
73 till now.
And when's the service? Is the service original, or has the service been upgraded?
Original.
Yeah, I mean, so if somebody took off the water ground, or that back then that wasn't the same. Yeah. With the newer stuff, the grounding is so much more important.
They did a water thing back a couple years ago, and I'll go down and look by where the meter is. It's right by as it comes into the house.
But back then, they only grounded to your water pipe near the meter. They didn't run a ground line all the way back to the meter and jump it and all that stuff, and then grounding outside. So it would have been different.
Yeah.
If 73.
Somebody just texted in. So you said you do not have a dimmer switch on this circuit, right?
Yes, I do have a dimmer switch on this.
Oh.
I do have a
dimmer. Is a dimmer LED dimmer?
That I couldn't answer. It's
You need to have
Luftin or something like that.
Lutron?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lutron.
You need to have compatible dimmers with that are compatible with the bulbs you have.
Yeah.
So that's probably the problem.
All right. We do have to take a break, Dave. Thanks for calling in. Good luck.
Yeah.
We appreciate you listening. 855-616-1620. If you have questions for Jason Fox from Capital, you can check them out at callcapitalcares.com. The Fix-It Show is on WTMJ.
I know why you continue to live in pain. It's because you don't believe anything can be done to help. Maybe you bought into something and you've been burned before. I mean, your skepticism, it's understandable. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. And here we use powerful, anti-inflammatory, and cushioning pharmacological medicines to ease your pain. They're FDA approved, and most medical insurance is going to pay for our treatments, including Medicare and Medicaid. And that's the litmus test. Because if insurance has shown to cover the cost of many of our patients' treatments, you can be sure it's valid medicine. It's not a biological treatment considered experimental or some new gimmick that's trying to hook you. The Rejuvenex approach to pain relief is legitimate. It helps to alleviate pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. And from what we've seen, it gives people a new lease on their lives.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Call today, and there's a good chance we'll see you tomorrow.
Turn that office gathering into something bold, fun, and completely unexpected. A unique, unforgettable celebration at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha, where safety and education always come first. Whether it's a corporate event, team outing, or family get-together, Mission 94 delivers. Private range access for your group, expert instructions from trained professionals, and customizable catering. Make this season one to remember with the gift of education at Mission 94. Book your holiday event today. Just Google Mission 94.
Why are you wearing tuxedo pants with a polo shirt?
Because of Penny Mustard's new Izzy Major counter table.
It's a real showstopper.
Sophisticrafted with locally forged iron and sturdy glass.
Yeah, the glass is so clear, your dinner companions can see your lower half.
Ah, that's why you're wearing
fancy pants.
The Izzy Major counter table, starting at just $238 a month with no interest till November of 2027 through November 30th at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is here for you, bringing you the latest headlines with John McCure.
Marquita Barnes ran the now closed Here For You prenatal care coordination services. She was convicted of 21 charges.
And diving into the details with Julia Fellow.
The man she was with taken into custody for criminal trespassing.
Tune in to Wisconsin's afternoon news, where your day's story unfolds. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Only here on WTMJ. Advice you can use. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
A little better than Dayton, or than David.
Winter storm warning in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, 8 to 11 inches of snow.
I was singing the version that from Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
I'm dreaming of a white.
Okay, so we do have a text here a couple minutes before the news. What's the right way to set vents in the home in the winter? What's the proper temp to keep a finished basement at that is not used much? I feel like I need more heat upstairs, but don't know if it's okay to close most of the downstairs. So there's a couple questions there. Vents in the home. Are we setting them? Are we changing them?
Well, I always recommend you leave them all open because your system needs to breathe. So now, if you, it sounds like they may have a zone system if they have a different temperature for the basement and the upstairs. So there you don't need to worry about closing vents because the zone dampers will close off and you have a bypass that allows the system to work properly. As far as basement temps go, preference, I mean, I keep my basement at 60 is finished, and then when we use it, I warm it up. But, you can go into the 50s, but it doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. And sometimes when you start to get too cold, you end up with other issues in the house, right? So especially when you have a big, like if you're keeping upstairs at 70 and you're 50 here, you're starting to get a temperature differential that's pretty decent. So
and you create a stack effect. You don't want that air moving through your house like that.
Yeah.
So you're better off comfort-wise for the entire house trying to condition. If you have a finished basement, you should condition it. Don't make it cold just because you're not down there.
Yeah. So
Ideally.
Yeah.
So you're saying 60. Upstairs is going to be 68.
That's what I keep our main living space at 68. We keep the basement at 60, and then when we want to use the basement, we'll warm it up. But
okay, good question though.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Definitely.
And we're not worried about intake vents. We keeping everything open.
Ideally, you keep everything open because the system, like I said, it needs to breathe. And then when you start closing vents and things, you start having problems. So if you want to have different areas heated differently, zoning is the better way to go. Now, if you close one vent, it's not going to destroy the system unless it's really in bad shape. But like the problem is you start closing one and another, and then all of a sudden you have multiple closed, and then you have other issues going on, and then the system is like choking to death. Okay. So, and you don't want it to overheat or things like that because then you cause other problems, right? Cycling, and then issues.
Jason's here for another half hour. Heating, cooling, electric, plumbing. You have questions on any of them, you can call us at 855-616-1620 or check them out at callcapitalcares.com. Let's go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Linton. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Dayton. One person is injured after a violent robbery at a vape shop on Milwaukee's east side. The robbery happened just before 6 p.m. at Purple Haze Vape and Smoke Wednesday. According to Milwaukee police, 2 robbers, one armed with a knife, demanded property and beat an employee. The employee was left with 2 broken ribs. He has since been released from the hospital. The owner estimates $10,000 in lost product and damages. MPD is still looking for the suspects. Prairie Farms has issued a recall of their gallon fat-free milk over a quality issue. The recalled milk may contain cleaning agents. It was distributed to Woodman stores in Appleton, Beloit, Green Bay, Janesville, Kenosha, and others. Approximately 320 gallons were sold before the issue was discovered. Consumers who purchase the contaminated product may dispose of it or return it to the store for a refund. All remaining affected product has been removed. For a complete list of affected store locations, visit WTMJ.com. A man from North Carolina was arrested on Thanksgiving after driving through yards and striking a fire hydrant while intoxicated. Wauwatosa police say the 44-year-old drove through yards near 117th and Watertown Plank Road around 3 p.m., then struck a fire hydrant, which could be seen spouting water for several hours after. This is the man's 3rd offense for driving while intoxicated. He was also in possession of methamphetamine. The water department has repaired the fire hydrant, and the man is currently being held in the Milwaukee County Jail. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. At the moment, there is a crash on I-94 heading eastbound out by Oconomowoc. But other than that, though, no major incidents, no major delays at this time.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. But first things first, we are in a winter storm warning that is in effect for all of southeastern Wisconsin. It started at 6 a.m. today and ends at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Today, moderate snow. We're expecting 8 to 12 inches of accumulation with wetter snow closer to the lake, high of 33 degrees. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy with snow ending at 6 a.m., low of 23. Tomorrow, snow early in the day, then gradually tapering off, but it's going to be windy and blowing that snow around. Also cloudy, high of 32. Monday, partly sunny and it gets colder, high of 22 degrees. Tuesday, partly cloudy, high of 24. Wednesday, more snow is possible, and we've got a high of 28 degrees. At the moment in Madison, it's 26. In Waukesha, it's 25. And in Milwaukee, it is 28 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:33.
So you've decided to get a new mattress, but what about new pillows? I mean, your pillows have been through a lot. Constant flipping, greasy hair, and so much drool. And let's face it, your old pillow has more lumps than Aunt Judy's holiday gravy. This Black Friday, Hasseless Mattress has your back, along with your head and neck, too. Through December 2nd, purchase a new Sealy Posturepedic or Beautyrest mattress, and Hasseless will give you a free adjustable base and a pair of super supportive and incredibly comfortable pillows. Plus, since Hasseless showrooms are employee-free, our prices on Beautyrest and Sealy Posturepedic are way less. Others sell a Queen Emeryville A for $1,374, but Hasseless has it for only $1,086. And for Black Friday, now through December 2nd, we're throwing in a free adjustable base and 2 free pillows. Free next day delivery, too. Who knows? You may be one good pillow away from becoming a morning person. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasseless.com.
Jason Fox from Capital Heating and Cooling is on today's Fix-It Show, saying hello and winter tidings. We're talking today about the one household mystery that drives us all insane, the slow drain. You know what I'm talking about, the shower where the water rises around your ankles until you're standing in lukewarm, horrifying soup. You try everything. You try the goop that smells like industrial citrus and promises miracles, and what happens? Nothing. The drain just looks at you and says, yeah, I'm good. It's time to call the team that goes beyond for you. Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Plumbing. Right now, Capital has the peace-restoring, life-affirming deal you need. Expert drain cleaning for just $49. For only $49, Capital will send out a pro to get your drain flowing like a Wisconsin river in the spring thaw. No more ankle soup, no more standing over the sink and hoping the hairball or perhaps your toddler's toy will magically make its way out of your pipes. Stop living with the clog and start living with the flow. Schedule your professional drain cleaning today by calling 414-710-9755 or visit capitalcares.com. Call capitalcares.com. That's 414-710-9755 or call capitalcares.com. Trust Capital to take care of it because nobody should have to stand in their own shower soup. Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Plumbing, the team that goes beyond for you.
Dayton and David. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out why Mario Brothers is playing. Plumbing.
Yeah,
Oh,
plumbers.
man. Jason
Good
Fox
catch.
all over that. Isaac.
Halloween, we had two of our. Oh, shoot.
You're on.
Yeah.
On Halloween, we had two of our plumbers that were riding together. They dressed like Mario and Luigi and did all their service calls that day.
That's awesome.
Look at Isaac thinking outside the box and Jason all over it. All right, we have some text at 855-616-1620. Why do some 25x4 filters fit in my unit and other 25x4 filters are a little too big and tight? Shouldn't they all be the same size?
That's a great question.
Some of them have that little bit of foam around the edges to kind of probably the intention is to create a little bit of a seal.
Exactly. So you're trying to force all the air through the filter because air always wants to take the path of least resistance. So if it can go around the filter, it will.
Yeah.
So that could be the fact, or just 25. Sometimes the manufacturer's filters are not exactly what they are. So sometimes the knockoff ones are like they're not exactly square in exact size.
Okay. And we can order them on your website if we
You can
want
order
to
on our website. Yep. Call capitalcares.com. You can set up a subscription, and it'll just show up automatically when you're supposed to change them.
Yeah.
855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line.
Filters, MERV ratings. Can you explain MERV ratings?
So media efficiency, something value, ratio value. I can never remember it. But basically, it's how restrictive the filter is, right? So the higher the MERV, the more restriction is, but that can also be bad. So I tell people typically stick with around a MERV 8. If your system is designed for it, you can have something higher. But if your system's not designed for it and you put too restrictive a filter in, you'll cause the same issues as bad ductwork and other things like that. And filter needs a certain amount of airflow to go through it. For it to be effective. So too much, too little can be problematic as well. And don't buy them from Costco. I love Costco, but their filters are way too restrictive. So
I bought a TV there this week. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a TV,
I go to Costco all the time, but just don't buy their air filters. So.
Okay, another one here says, my wife and I live in a small house built in it doesn't say small. Live in a house built in 1933, and much of the wiring is original knob and tube wiring. Is that system going to essentially last indefinitely, or should we plan to have the house rewired at some point? Currently, it's not causing any issues. That's from Reggie in Milwaukee.
I have an opinion.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If knob and tube is in the walls and not accessible, it's fine. It's when it's accessible in your basement where you could hang something on it, you could access it, damage it, or if it's exposed in your attic and now you're going to bury it in insulation, that's when it's a problem. When it was installed, we really didn't insulate homes and things like that. So, but in your walls, there's plenty of homes that have knob and tube wiring in the walls, and it's not an issue.
Yeah, I'd say, if you're having issues, then you would definitely want to do it. Or if you're doing any type of remodeling and you can get to it to update it, absolutely update it
you're
at that
required.
time.
Yeah, if you open up a wall,
well,
the National Electrical Code says if you open up a wall, you have to update it.
I understand what codes say, but the homeowners are not always.
I understand. Yeah, yes, but that's what's required.
But if you have the ability to change it easily at any time, I would highly recommend it. Just it's also a safety issue as well. Right. I mean, you don't know what the condition is. That was all cotton and everything like that, and it does deteriorate. But if you're not having any problems,
and it's undisturbed,
you're probably going to be okay for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
855-616-1620. Hi, when David Best Inspections does a home inspection, he reviews his reviews of the furnace and its function. What info, heating, cooling is included in that report? That's an interesting question. What can you look at as an inspector?
So my inspection's a visual inspection. I am not a certified technician. I'm not dismantling anything. So I'm opening up the cabinet. I'll, look at the flames, and if it's too orange and everything, I'll probably comment on that, probably dirty burners or something. I'll say it needs to be looked at. I try to see if there's a label on it. You guys always stick a label and write when you last serviced it. So I see a furnace many times, there's no label, nothing. I was like, okay, when was this last serviced? Another common thing we're looking for is if there's any rust inside the cabinet, or there's a handful of times every year, I actually see water dripping in. So, okay, we got a condensate leak, from somewhere, whether it's the exhaust pipe or maybe the heat exchanger. I don't know for sure. I'm just commenting on what I see there. If it's clean, it's running fine, it turned it on with the thermostat, great. But I always tell people to ask for service records. You want to know how it's been serviced and if it's been taken care of. So that's generally, I'm not checking pressures, all the stuff that you guys do in your
you don't have a combustion analyzer, all the other different things to actually thoroughly see it.
There are some inspectors that do test for combustion gases and things like that, but you got to have some specialty equipment for that. That's really not part of an inspection. Or if in the summer the temperature drop over the coil, you're not supposed to cause damage to anything. So if there isn't a hole in the ductwork, you got to poke a hole.
That's the funny thing
ductwork.
is, it's like if it was like all those test ports and holes should be there when the only way to set up a system properly is you have to insert some holes in the furnace and ductwork, right? And they don't come pre-inserted because the furnace can be installed in multiple different positions. They'd be putting holes all over it, but you can always tell if a furnace is put in the right way or not because it needs those holes, because you have to check static pressure, you have to check delta T, you have to check all these things to validate that it's installed properly. And same thing with the combustion analysis. You could do a combustion analysis on a furnace and, okay, it fails, but maybe the gas pressure is set too high or the drain is partially clogged or something else is causing the failure and the heat exchanger isn't bad, right? So it's an indicator, but it's not an absolute thing of what it is, right?
You're checking so many different things. And obviously, like I said, inspection of your entire house is a visual inspection. So same thing with the furnace. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. If there's nothing that's, wow, this looks like a problem, or I've been running them and I was told by Tom Feza when I'm doing an inspection, have all your senses on, hearing, listening, looking, everything. And we'll be walking around the basement and I turn the furnace, you will typically turn the thermostat up and I don't go to the furnace first. So it's running and we'll be looking at something else and all of a sudden the furnace turns off. So I kind of make a note, okay. And then like 30 seconds later, it turns back on. And I'm like, did you hear that? They're like, what? I said, the furnace turned off and turned back on. I'm sure the thermostat didn't get satisfied. Something's going on. It shouldn't be turning off before it satisfied the thermostat.
And that right there, that
very
exact
dirty
thing,
filter usually.
Well, it could be a dirty filter. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But filters are big culprits. But that right there is why we get busier once the temperature drops, right? Because that furnace is satisfying the house when it's 50 degrees out.
Yeah.
But it's cycling and the homeowner is not knowing it. But what happens is as the temperature gets colder, they won't keep the temperature up, and all of a sudden they're noticing something is not working the right way, right?
Right.
Or maybe somebody put a table on the drain line, right?
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. We need to take a break on that note. We'll be back with more of your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. Capital Heating, Cooling, Electric, Plumbing. You can see them at callcapitalcares.com. Thanks for listening to The Fix-It Show.
You deserve a chair that works as hard as you do. X-Chair. X-Chair ergonomic seating is built to move with you. DVL technology adapts to support your lumbar. SiFloat Infinite Recline lets you lean back and relax. X-Chair gives you all-day comfort and productivity. Save up to 50% during the X-Chair holiday sale. But hurry, inventory is limited. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Does hosting for the holidays make you realize you need a home remodel? As a family-owned and operated business for over 40 years, J&J Contractors knows the importance of family gathering. Let them customize the perfect kitchen, luxurious bathroom, or a finished lower level for all your entertaining needs. Turn your house into the home of your dreams with J&J Contractors. Schedule your free consultation today. Just Google J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season?
Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
How do you want your backyard to look? New deck, patio, shade area, pergola, fire pit, in-ground pool, outdoor kitchen, or all of it? Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build your space, and everyone will scream wow when they see your new backyard. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at Brewers.com.
Like a user's manual on the radio. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Dayton, Kane, and David Nason with you. Winter storm warning in effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow. 8 to 11 inches of snow expected. High 33 today. We're sitting at 26. And Jason Fox from Capital sitting in the studio. And we're taking your calls and texts. But first, you got a special going on right now for Small Business Saturday.
So you said you had people over at your house for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
How many people came over?
18.
18 people. So how many skin cells do you think you get rid of every minute?
Don't go here. A lot.
Well, I thought you were going to talk about how many people using the toilet on Brown Friday.
We could do that
We had
too.
no issues for Brown Friday, thank goodness.
So the average person loses 30,000 skin cells every minute.
Oh.
Right? So it's about 1.8 million per hour. Right?
That's
and you said you had
crazy.
18 people in your house?
Yeah.
So how many skin cells got left over in your house for the...
Because they were there for like 6 hours because we watched the game
25
and then we
million?
had dinner.
So were any of those people that are marginal, like you didn't really want in your house?
Like, did you shower
I don't know if they're
yesterday?
listening, if I can answer that question.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of extra skin cells that were left over. You know, everyone's leaving
Plus,
you.
we had 4 dogs, and yeah.
So that might be a good time to get those ducts cleaned. Like, get all those extra remnants left over. So that's just to the people thing. But imagine strangers in your house or the people that lived in there before. You never know what you're really marinating in. So that's why in this Small Business Saturday we have our duct cleaning special, right? So you call us up, we will give you a quote on what it gets to get your ducts clean. Through one of our remedies there, and then you get a free beyondification. We're going to come out to your house and do a complete 2-hour inspection on your heating system, go through it, bring it back to manufacturer specs. Normally it's $199. It'll be free when you book a duct cleaning here this weekend with us.
Somebody did text in, what's the average regular cost of duct cleaning for a 1,200 square foot ranch home? Has 9 supply registers and 3 return registers in the main living area.
So it depends if your basement's all drywalled in or if everything's accessible, because there's a couple different methods we have to do. If everything's drywalled in, it does take longer and we have to send 2 people. So it can range between $750 and about $1,200 depending on what we have to do to access everything and make sure it's done the right way.
Okay, and people can register online on your website to get this done, or do they call
just give us
you?
a call, 262-220-7020. We can give you a quote. You'll know exactly what you pay before we come out. You're going to get pictures before we start. You get pictures when we're done. We'll go through the whole process, and then we'll get your beyondification booked.
Okay. We're going to take our final break. When we come back, there's still a couple more texts we can get to. 855-616-1620 if you have questions for Jason Fox from Capital. Heating, cooling, electric, plumbing. We're here to help. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
The Bucks are back home building momentum, almost as fast as Michael Porter Jr. builds new real estate with all those bricks.
Who scores inside and hammers it home with a 2-hand dunk. They lost track of the big man, and he takes full advantage.
The Bucks face off against the Brooklyn Nets at Fiserv Forum. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:30
On the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Whether you're ready or not, the holidays are here. But Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has you covered. Stop by for the Black and Orange Weekend, Friday, November 28th and Saturday, November 29th. Whether you're working on winter projects, decorating, working on your list, or just filling up your closet, don't miss Black and Orange Weekend at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Get all the info by liking them and following them on Facebook, Instagram, or at wishd.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
Do you know what time it is?
To be honest, it's 1:30.
Why did you say, to be honest?
To be honest, the cherry wood of the colonial bedroom at Penny Mustard reminds me of George Washington,
who famously said, "I cannot tell a lie."
To be honest, that's correct.
That's appropriate, since the colonial bedroom is fit for a president.
The solid wood design has an authentic old-timey feel.
To be honest, it also features forever tight bed brackets and drawer bottoms strong enough to stand on.
So you can't tell a lie?
To be honest, I cannot.
Okay, in that case, did you eat my turkey sub out of the fridge in the break room?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
It wasn't turkey. It was ham.
Come see the majestic colonial bedroom, starting at just $561 a month with no interest until November of 2027. Through November 30th at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik here for Flanner's Home Entertainment. Does the audio and video system in your home need an upgrade? Well, Flanner's has all the solutions and the installation experts to simplify and upgrade your home entertainment experience. Forget about the impersonable big box stores and risky online purchases. You go with locally owned Flanner's, where quality service, the best brands, and guaranteed best price remain top priorities. Stop by Flanner's in West Dallas, Grafton, or at Flanners.com. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I need information about siding, I call Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
I'm Scott Klein. If you're tired of painting or your siding is beyond repair, it may be time to look at the advantages of a new siding system. Additional insulation, along with Tyvek's weatherization system, can significantly improve your home's energy efficiency while protecting it from water and air infiltration. We offer a variety of siding products, all installed by J&B's certified employees, which will provide decades of performance and beauty.
For a complimentary siding evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Probably going to be fixing stuff in the house today, not outside. It's
Depends how
nasty.
adventurous you are.
Yeah, I guess. Winter storm warning in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. 8 to 11 inches of snow expected. The Fix-It Show, sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and JMB Construction. This hour, we've been talking to Jason Fox from Capital. A couple more texts to get to before we're done. Your guy, Colin K., came out and did an inspection last week. First of all, give that guy a raise. What a phenomenal job he did. Explained everything as he went. Capital is extraordinary. And I can tell you as well, people coming out to our house every time, they're great. No matter who comes out.
Thank you.
And we've had a lot of them, plumbing, electric. We've done it all. I've had guys, and they've all been great. So awesome. Thank you for that text. We appreciate that. The other one is about mice. Good morning. Where'd it go? My husband seems to think it's a good idea to seal the house so that mice do not get in. My thought is a house should not be sealed. What are your recommendations?
I'll let David answer that one.
Absolutely. You should seal up your house. Any penetration through the wall, where the plumbing, electric, gas meters, through the box sills down low, dryer vents, those should all be sealed up. Mice can get through the smallest little gaps, but it is also going to affect the balance of your HVAC system, right?
Yeah, well,
if there's enough gaps.
If there's enough gaps, you're getting that air infiltration in the system. But the biggest thing is the house in a positive or negative pressure, right?
Right.
So, you can, once you seal your house up, you really want to be cognizant of that, because then maybe you need to bring in some fresh air or some things to It's ideal if your house is in a slightly positive pressure rather than a negative, because then not only will you have less chance of backdrafting appliances and things, but actually your comfort gets higher because you actually push the BTUs, the heating or the cooling, out to the outside walls where they're going to be consumed the most.
But explain that negative and positive.
So a negative means your house is in a negative pressure, so it's sucking air in all the time.
Yeah,
a positive means you have excess air, and it's actually going to be pushing out. Right? So it's going to be trying to escape, which is better because you should be using your exhaust fans. Your dryers can push out, right? Your kitchen exhaust, your bathroom exhaust, all those different things is better for it. Ideally, some type of air exchange is the gold standard, right? So you're bringing stale air out and fresh air in. Our houses have the worst air we breathe all day, and that's where we spend the most time, right?
Yeah.
And that's thanks to attaching garages to homes. Even though I love my attached garage, that's where we keep a lot of stuff that's really bad for us, right? So vehicles, gas, fertilizer, a lot of chemicals, things like that. Every time we open the door, guess where that all comes?
Yeah,
right?
so if it's in negative pressure, it's sucking all that in.
Sucks it all right in. We're burning the fireplace, no windows open, house is going to go into a big negative, right? So ideally, if you can get it in a positive and keep it there, it's going to be healthier for your home and you're going to be happier.
Couple minutes left. Where do you guys all service? What do you all do?
Southeastern Wisconsin, we take care of homeowners in their home, right? So think about any of your mechanical needs, plumbing, electric, HVAC, indoor air quality, any of those things going on in your home. We're here for you to maintain it if you got something, or replace it if it needs to be new, or if you want to install it for the first time new, we can do that as well. No job's too small, so you got a broken outlet, happy to come take it. You got a shower drain that doesn't run the right way, we're happy to take care of that, or big things. So we're really big on preventative and maintenance is what we specialize in. That's why we have Merle's League of Home Defenders, where we get to the beautifications, come out and do all those. You get free plumbing inspection, a free drain cleaning, you get a free electrical inspection. You never pay service call fees. You get 20% off repairs, 10% off of our duct cleaning, and $400 worth of capital cash towards new equipment, indoor air quality, or water quality systems.
And how far do you service?
All of southeastern Wisconsin.
All of southeastern,
yeah.
How far west would you go?
We go out just past Oconomowoc, and we go up north to like Port Washington, kind of, West Bend, kind of that whole thing, and all the way down to the border there. So we're also a Home Depot authorized service provider. So we have 10 of the area Home Depot stores that we provide the in-home services for. So that spreads us out a little bit.
You've talked about airflow a lot today. Doesn't matter new or old furnace. It's always a good time to have that checked, right?
It should be checked all the time because that is going to be the most determining factor in how long your system lasts, how low your utilities are, and the number of breakdowns you have, right? That's all going to be based on what it is because the systems are very sensitive to it. And the better the airflow is, the less problems you're going to have. The more nobody wants to replace a furnace, and that's why we invest so much time in doing it, because a lot of times we can save systems before you have to replace them, and you can just get more life out of them, right? So, if you're replacing them frequently or heat exchangers or parts, there's something going on there.
Yeah. I talk about that a lot of times. Like, do this to extend its life.
Exactly.
That's maintenance. And we talk
what
about
this
maintenance
show's
all
all
the time.
about.
Yeah. Taking care of yourself, do things. They have expected lives. Well, you want it to at least last that long and maybe a little longer.
Well, the thing is like properly set up, maintained, you can get 20, 30 years out of these pieces of equipment. But no, I mean, we've seen furnaces that are 3 years old that need to be replaced because how bad a shape they're in because they've been just beat
and
up
not
so bad.
installed right in the first place.
Filters are...
We need to wrap it up, gentlemen. Always good to have you on the show. Have a
Good to
great
see you guys.
weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I'm going to a Wahi seminar up in the Dells next weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Fox World Travel Show coming up next.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65